I got a lot of people that always ask me, Kita, oh my God, I think they're walking into the sunset with the new supply. The narcissist is so happy. Everything worked out for them. Kita, why do I feel like the narcissist won? Why am I still crying? Why can't I still find happiness and fulfillment? Meanwhile, they did all these bad things, and there they are with the new supply, posting pictures. They're all happy. Because you're believing the BS that they post on social media. Shouldn't even be looking at their social media if we're being honest. But yeah, those are the questions that go through a lot of survivors of narcissistic abuse after they've been discarded, especially when they were being cheated on. Because 9 out of 10 times, the narcissist ends up getting into a relationship with the person that they were cheating on you with, which validates what you already knew, even though they denied it. And they kept telling you that they were just friends or coworkers, or they were helping them through a situation. Oh, this was just a friend. They were going through, they had a drug addiction. I was helping them get through that. I was helping them get to rehab and this and the other. And then they end up getting into a relationship with them because what they were really doing behind your back was knocking boots. So today we're going to be exploring what happens to the narcissist when the narcissist realizes that you are happy without them. We're not going to be talking about whether they're happy with the new supply, because I hope by now you guys understand that they're never happy. But we're going to be talking about what happens when they pay attention to you, stalk you, obsess with you, even though they discarded you. But they're doing these things to keep tabs. They're doing these things to see and to ensure and to validate that they made the right decision by leaving you. And when they see that you're moving on and you're happy, the storm that goes through their head, the storm that brews inside their head and remains there, is legendary. If you think you were being stalked before, like you would notice that they were maybe looking at your stories or something like that, even though you guys were no contact and they had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. When they know that you're happy, that's when they turn criminal. Not all of them. Not all of them. But I have a lot of viewership, a lot of people, a lot of survivors that have experienced their narcissist ex, psychopathic narcissist ex, become extremely obsessed and violent and commit criminal behaviors and end up in prison. Okay? These are the things that happen when they realize that you are happy without them, because the narcissist needs to feel important. They need to feel like they are your everything. They need that constant validation because deep inside, they are scum. When they realize that, hey, you did this to me, you lied to me, you cheated, it sucked, but you know what? I'm better off without you, and I'm actually happy, and I'm at peace. They can't stand that. So some of the things that you're going to notice the narcissists do when they realize that you're happy without them is the inevitable hoover. Now, the hoover is not always going to be pleasant. It's a sneaky way for them to check up on you and keep tabs on you, just to see if there's an opportunity to get back in your pants, just to see if there's an opportunity for maybe even weaseling themselves back into your home if you were the one that was paying the bills and letting them stay at your place. So it's not always a pleasant thing. It's not always a wicked thing. It depends on what it is that the narcissist is looking for at the time. How are things with their new supply? Is it falling apart? Are they about to get kicked out? Did they cheat on the new supply and now they need a place to stay, so they're calling you back? Is that what they're doing? They got tired of partying in South Beach, and they finally realized that you're the most stable, hardworking, decent man that they could find, and now they want to settle down? Bunch of baloney. You know that's not going to happen, but that's the story that they're going to tell you, because they realized that you're living well. They realize that you're not ruminating. You're not posting passive-aggressive posts on your social media. You've deleted all their pictures and you're just traveling and you're doing you and you're having a good time. Maybe you're not even on social media, which I recommend. So they're gonna try and show up, see what's going on. They're gonna try and poke you. They're gonna poke you, see if you reveal more information. They're not gonna deliberately ask you, although some are so shameless that they will. But they're gonna try and figure out if you have a new girlfriend or if you have a new boyfriend. They want to know. They want to know. If they don't, trust me, if they don't already know because they're spying and stalking you, they already know. Okay? And if not, they want to know. They just want that confirmation. They can feel it. Narcissists can feel when you're moving on. It's weird how it happens, but I know it's happened to you guys. It happened to me many times. It's like you're starting to get your stuff together, and it's like kind of like they know, and boom, there they are. But you had them blocked with a new number. But you blocked their email. There's another email, right? It wasn't Gmail. Now it's MSN. Now it's Yahoo. Now it's Comcast. Whatever it is. And it's like, man, this person doesn't give up. But another thing that these parasitic predators go through, when they realize that you don't care about them anymore, they're going to go through some rage. They're going to feel shame deep down in their soulless bodies. They're going to feel shame, and they're going to rage. And they're probably going to rage at the new supply. And that's when the new supply, see, because it's funny how these things work. They're like living double lives, and the end of your story is the beginning of the new supply's story. Right? The ending of your entanglement with the psychopath is the beginning of the entanglement with the new supply. Right? They're being groomed, right? Or maybe they've already been groomed and now they're starting to get a little devalued. Now they're starting to see cracks in the mask. Now they're wondering, but I think they're cheating on me. They keep texting someone, or they're trying to get in contact with their ex. Like, why are they keeping tabs on their ex? Like, they told me that their ex was a narcissist. They told me that their ex was a horrible person. Why are they spying on their social media? Like, that's when the new supply starts to wonder, something's wrong here. You're at the tail end of your situation. You're already trying to move on. And now the new supply is trying to figure out what the heck is going on and trying to figure out why the ex is still around. Why is the ex even a thing at this point? Because a lot of discarded survivors, they haven't figured out what's going on, and they're in between the situation. They're still stuck, right? So it's kind of like parallel universes. It's scary when you first realize what's going on, and the person that you thought was your enemy, you thought the new supply was your enemy, and little did you know that they're just another victim. Right? And they're smearing your name to that new supply. So the new supply hates you. That's why you feel that they're your enemy. But they've been fed a bunch of lies just so the narcissist can get away with having the best of both worlds. So they'll go through a lot of rage. They'll go through a lot of things because now they're starting to devalue the new supply. Now they realize that you were better. You were like what they call grade A supply. You did things that the new supply doesn't do. Maybe the new supply has boundaries and you didn't. So they like that. They want to come back to you because they felt that they could control you. They can't control the new person because the new person is actually healthy. Could be all sorts of reasons, but they see that you're moving on. It's like, no, I can't lose you. I can't lose. They'll come up with all sorts of excuses. And if that one doesn't work, that's when they go and they pull the old, they pop the question to the new supply. Within 6 months, they get married. It's like they try to move on, but they move on way too quickly. They move on way too fast because they realize that you've moved on. And for all you know, you've been working on yourself for 2 years. Like I said a million times on my videos, it's going to take you about 2 years to start feeling like your old self again. Now the narcissist sees that and is like, oh, wait, they're starting to go out again. They're starting to date. I get the feeling that they're dating someone new. Oh, that's it. I'm going to get married. And they go and they get married to the poor sucker because they're a sucker, right? But they marry them. And now you see the pictures. That's why you think, oh my God, the narcissist is winning. Because that's what the narcissist wants. They just want to feel like they've won. They just want to feel like they've won. That whole marriage, that whole thing that they just did out of spite is going to fall apart. It's going to blow up in their face. You just got to make sure you don't look at it. You just got to make sure you stay no contact. You just got to make sure you don't pay attention to none of that crap. None of that garbage. Don't pay attention to that. That's all you got to ensure yourself of. If you don't, then you're going to get more of what you've already gotten. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of that? I mean, I know I was. I made a commitment to myself. I'm not going to look at their social media ever. I mean, you want to talk about how fast I blocked the psychopath ex? It was immediate. And I didn't know that she was a psychopath. I didn't know what narcissists were at the time. All I knew, what my gut told me when I finally started listening to my gut, was I need to block this person because this person, I just had this gut feeling, this person is going to post a picture with the new guy, with a guy that I knew she was cheating on me with and later confirmed and later she admitted it. Right? I knew that if I go spying on her social media, she's going to flood her social media with pictures of him, even though she never put a picture of us. Never put a picture of us. Right? I knew that. And I wasn't going to expose myself to that. And you guys shouldn't either. You guys shouldn't either. Look, believe me, the narcissist is always going to be keeping tabs on you. They're always going to be looking at you no matter how much you block. I know some people say, hey, don't block. Let them see your stuff. Let them see it. And sometimes that works. But if you guys are too weak, right, leaving the doors open means that you're leaving. It's kind of like you're giving them an invitation to reach out and break that no contact. So it's up to you. I recommend not doing it. I think blocking them sends a signal, a strong message that is like, that's it. Hard boundary. You're dead to me, right? Whether you feel that or not, that's what it communicates to them, right? This person is toxic. This person does not deserve to see anything that you're doing, right? Make it hard on them for them to spy on you. Make it hard. Make them lose sleep, right? Make them lose sleep. Don't make it easy for them to keep tabs on you. And if you don't believe me, check out the many, many ways that these psychopathic predators stalk you, spy on you, put trackers on you, just to know what you're doing. Just to know what you're doing. Check that out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.